One, two. All right, yeah. Hi. Hello there. I'm Uncle Markus. This is the Uncle Markus Podcast. I'm here joined by my two lovely co-hosts. What is your names?
What is your names? Okay.
I want you to introduce yourself.
Okay, that's fine. I am Ashley.
And I'm Davita.
All right. Now, this Uncle Markus Podcast, some of you may be wondering what it is, who we are. You know what I'm saying? We're just recent college grads, in our 20s, trying to figure out life. Discussing things that we think are hot topics, things that we think that people should broaden their horizons.
Okay.
And their perceptions about. Just different topics.
Struggling, boy.
No, I'm trying to make it work. All right, so today is going to be men versus women, right? And this is a topic that I think a lot of people can relate to. And the way we're going to break it down is like this. We're going to talk about toxic masculinity and toxic femininity. And later on in the show, we're going to try to figure out, can men and women coexist? How you guys feel so far? How was you guys' week before we even jump into anything? Let's just see how you guys are doing.
I mean, I'm good. Adulting is real.
Yeah.
No one warned me. I mean, well, people tried to warn me, but not to the magnitude that it is. It isn't like terrible or anything. Right. It's just, having a lot on your plate and then trying to make room for everything.
Right.
I don't want to dive deep into this because this could possibly be like another episode. But, I grew up in a home where parents and adults are just super busy all the time.
Right.
Trying to make time for family was kind of scarce, but they did their best. Mm-hmm. Not really having much of a personal life. Either their life was for their family or for their work. Me, I knew I didn't want that, so me trying to balance that out now, it's an interesting journey. Again, not trying to dive too deep, but just learning a lot, experiencing a lot, taking everything in. But so it's not a bad experience, right, or a bad type or a negative journey, I should say, but a journey nonetheless. With any journey, any trek, there's gonna be like, all right, am I there yet? But you never actually reach that destination. So, just another work/school week. How about you? What you been up to?
Well, working. But it's the simplest. Everything you just said, but just working.
Right.
I feel like just trying to find that balance of self and responsibility, and kind of making sure that I'm true to both of those things is really what I've been focusing on.
Ain't it crazy? Like when you was younger, you thought, when I'm 20, I'm gonna have my kids. I'm gonna start my life.
Okay, y'all, for real.
House.
We're not gonna dive too deep in this because I really want this to be another episode.
Okay.
But that is spot on. Rashad, what do you do?
What do I do? Y'all ask me this y'all make me feel like Tommy.
I was like, okay, so Rashad, how was your? But I was like,
y'all
what
really,
the hell do you do?
Some days I'll be feeling like Tommy. Tommy from Martin. He's like, Tommy, where you work? You ain't got no job, Tommy. No, I work at the building.
That's how I feel.
The building with no windows. That's where I be at. You drop me off there.
Right.
Nah, but what you mean? What do I do? I do what I do.
And this is why I ask every single time because that's his answer.
It's never like a.
I do everything that can get me money, man. But we're not gonna go too deep into that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
No, that sounds kind of sketchy. I don't do everything that can get me money, but I do what I need to do.
I do some strange.
No, I don't do nothing.
Okay.
Nothing strange. You know what I'm saying?
We still friends. But yeah, so that's why we're here. This is who we are. This is his podcast, but we're just kind of tagging along. And we hope you guys are. I'm
glad you guys
entertained.
Know that you're just tagging.
The name change will become
Shut the hell. No, real talk.
No. Next episode, I'm not even here.
Listen, he even might not even be here. Okay, so let's just.
That's all up in the air still. All right, so.
So what are we talking about today?
Like I said, men versus women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you guys know what toxic masculinity is?
I have an idea, but Ash is like a lot more educated on such topics.
Okay, not to come off as a man hater because I'm not.
You was just telling me about how you don't like men.
Wait a minute.
But you turn on the camera, niggas act different. But,
all right. So lies. To me, I don't know. There's so many different definitions for toxic masculinity. what comes to mind when I first think of it is, I would say, like, you have an alpha male, like the alpha male personality. I feel like it's the first thing that comes to mind. And there's nothing wrong with being alpha male.
I was gonna say, like, is that like a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing, but
Are men not allowed to be alpha?
You're definitely allowed to be alpha. I believe that's what you were placed on this earth to do. But the way in which you go about those things, is, I feel like, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? In some aspects. When you're dealing with toxic masculinity, I was talking to a friend of mine about this the other day.
No, I'm not really grabbing your hand.
I know.
I was trying to help you walk through it. I'm saying you're hitting the table a lot.
Am I?
Yeah. No, but keep going. You said you talked to a friend the other day.
So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were just discussing, like, dominance and submissiveness in relationships.
Okay.
Because in my particular household, my father wasn't really active while he was there in the house with us. My mom was kind of the one that was making, like, most of the decisions in the household, was the one that we kind of looked to. Yeah, the one we kind of looked to, and okay, dad, whatever dad says is whatever mom says, like, that's like the final,
that's crazy because I was the complete opposite.
Right.
The complete opposite. My dad, everything. Even went grocery shopping, dog.
Wow.
My mom was just like, okay, ask your daddy. And I was like,
and no, for me, that wasn't how it was. Mm-hmm. So I kind of grew up with this mentality of, like, women are, you know, strong and independent, which isn't a wrong image to have.
I guess. I mean, but keep going.
Okay, so we'll get to that.
Yeah.
No, but I kind of had that ideology in my head. And so in the conversation, she was telling me that, you know, I don't really feel like you know how to be submissive to men. And to me, I'm like, girl, say what? Where are you getting this from? And she's just like, well, I just don't think that you can really, I don't think you can handle an alpha male. I don't think you can handle the male, you know, telling you what to do or being dominant. And I don't think, like, that would work well with you. And for me, I don't mind a dominant male. Mm-hmm. I'm dating an alpha male. Let me put that out there right now. What I do have a problem with is chauvinism. People who are, like, chauvinistic, like men who feel like, okay, a woman's place is this and she shouldn't come outside of that. Right. Like,
are there still gender roles? Why you say that? Like, just touching that.
No, there's still gender roles.
That's interesting.
But
there are gender roles, but stemming from what she was saying, that I feel like y'all, okay, sorry, that sounds a little abrasive, but men kind of look as, oh, she's supposed to cook, she's supposed to clean, as pure gender roles.
Right.
Gender roles extend far further than just. Disagree?
No, you said that women aren't supposed to cook, or you saying?
Why can't you pick up a pot or pan?
The problem.
Do you really want me to cook?
But it's not.
Right.
Sorry. It's not that I don't. I would like for you to offer to cook. It's not necessarily, oh, I have to cook. I don't mind cooking for your ass, but don't expect me to. Like, we could do this together.
No, we're not. You said don't expect me to. Like this food in the kitchen.
No, but my thing is, if say I get whoever gets home first, nigga, if you hungry, you know how to boil some water and figure it out. Like, don't. Because I've seen both ends of the spectrum, and God rest his soul, my daddy was the perfect example of playing both sides. He knew how to take care of his household. He had certain, I don't want to say expectations of my mother, but he allowed my mother to play a wife's role. But if he got home first, okay, a meal was cooked. And most times, he was the one getting home first, whereas my mom was getting home later. Not saying that one got paid more than the other. I don't know that extent of their business. But he had no problems with, okay, man, my wife ain't getting home till about 8 o'clock. I'm a little hungry. All right, let me get in this kitchen. And then he made it work. But I feel as if the issue, and not to, because you were definitely speaking on something, but I feel as if the issue is where your behind gonna sit on that couch, and I've seen it. Your behind gonna sit on that couch, watch your TV, play a little video games, and wait for my behind to get home. Because you hungry.
Look, all I'm saying, right, is that some roles are better suited to some genders.
I get
We're
that.
not negating
Yeah,
that.
we're not negating that. But
right.
my thing is when you make it so much to where you feel degraded when I say, oh, you could have cooked. I mean, I don't say this because I don't like to ever come off disrespectful in a relationship. But where it's a different line when you just kind of just sit there and like, oh man, well she need to hurry up because I'm hungry,
Right.
and you know how to make you some ramen or something.
Right. So I understand what you're saying, right? And I want to move it on because what you was about to get towards was actually pretty interesting. So, you know what I'm saying? Gender roles, yeah, they do have a place.
Right.
And, you know, sometimes you should just use your common sense and not be so dependent on somebody to fulfill their gender role. I understand that and I'm with that. But what else were you saying?
Okay. Kind of lost myself. Okay, so going back, chauvinism, like being chauvinistic, it's kind of like the belief that a gender is beneath you, usually in terms of men. Like they believe that, okay, like you as a woman, like play your role, like you're beneath me. To me, it's like it becomes toxic when I myself, like your masculinity overshadows and it's overbearing to my femininity. Meaning that if you as a man, in order for you to feel comfortable, you have to diminish me or diminish my light. To me, that's toxic. That's toxic behavior. I mean, I've seen people in relationships where the man is so overbearing and so just, in order for him to feel like I'm a man's man, my wife has to be timid. She can't do this. She can't do that. And any form of her doing that messes with me.
Timid, like, you know, don't talk a lot?
No. Timid in terms of like, oh no, my wife has to stay home. No, she can't do this. She can't make more than me. She needs to be at home cooking. She can't go and get this degree. She can't do that. Even okay, to bring it down to like a realistic level.
No. What you're saying is realistic because
No, I mean,
those
it
are
is
things.
realistic, but-
Those things people are scared of.
But there are some guys who feel like, I don't know, I wouldn't do all that. So something as simple as
Some people are lying. You know what I'm saying?
I'm aware of that.
Because like certain things, I wouldn't say are intimidating, but certain things are turnoffs. When you're talking about, you know, approaching a woman or trying to find a woman who you gonna, you know, kind of like pursue.
I wanna
Because,
ask a
like,
question to expound on it, but I don't want to lose
This train of thought,
Yeah.
right? We got some steam. Like what
No,
you
I
said, she has a degree. So like, it's a statistic where black women, the higher their education, the more likely that they will be, you know, single.
And a lot of that has to deal with men being intimidated. Like I've been told, not
But
just
it's
because of
not
my height.
intimidation.
No. I've been told by men that, yeah, like you just come off like too intimidating and this and a third, and you know maybe you should try like kind of calming it down some. I'm just like,
Just shut up a little bit. Just
you know, honestly, like.
sound a little dumber.
Yeah, just, you know, don't be so smart. Just calm it down a little
No,
bit. Some people are listening like, nobody told you that. No, you'd be surprised
But here's
like
the
the
thing.
things people say to you.
I'm not saying you should be or sound dumb, but at the same time, some women, when they do, this is gonna sound so bad. I'm so sorry, but some women, when they do get like smarter or like get education, you know what I'm saying? They become standoffish, right? And I'm trying to make sure it come out. I'm trying to make sure that this comes out as clean as possible. They become standoffish, right? And it's like a woman who has like a GED or a high school equivalent, right? She's gonna have different expectations than a woman who has like a master's or a doctorate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, say the high school GED person, right? All they really looking for is just somebody, right, who can compliment them. Or either.
I'm like listening like,
He was waiting for that voice.
This is right.
Go ahead.
So someone who can compliment them,
Yeah.
right? Or somebody who can provide.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because even though the gender roles are changing, I think the constant thing is that women do want a man who can provide if needed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, when you have enough to take care of yourself, and you don't necessarily need somebody to provide, and you don't want to be a caretaker for somebody, you do become kind of standoffish. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you? It's more like, what do you bring to the table? I got all mine, you know, set.
You all limit yourselves. The word provider takes on many different forms.
All right,
You
explain that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Break that down.
You all think that it's just monetary. Because there are some people who are good providers in terms of bringing money into the household, and it's still an unhappy home.
Like, explain.
And there are some women who are with men who may not provide monetary means. They can handle it themselves.
But which one is
just
worse?
Just like even Marcus was saying on his little video chat or what rant, excuse me, Tasa, well, you know, if you don't need us, then why don't you, you know, he said something real stupid like bend over and like, you know, suck yourself or something like that. I'm just like, but you just, that, it doesn't equate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? There's more that you can provide. Like, in my household in particular, there was a time in which my mom was making significantly more money than my dad was. That doesn't mean he wasn't needed in the household. Right. You know what I'm saying? If he was the type of man to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm no longer making all the money, like that, it's more to life than that. Money isn't necessarily everything. Do I think that a man should bring something to the table financially? Absolutely. But if you aren't able to do that, don't just totally throw in the towel and be like, okay, well, I'm just completely useless. I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it is. And then on top of that, to me, toxic masculinity to me is when you feel inferior, when you feel like, I'm not sure if I'm really needed. Instead of internalizing that and saying, okay, like, what can I do to change the situation? Right. You put that off on the woman. Mm-hmm. So when you don't rise up to where you feel like you need to be, that's when you have the people who are just like, you need to, you know, dim that down, or, you know, you too smart as I'm throwing. Instead of saying, okay, let me read a book. In your let me educate myself so that I can be on her level. Instead of thinking that, you think, no, I'm supposed to be over you. So that means you got to come down. Right. And to me, that's toxic behavior.
Like, why can't we just be on the same
wavelength?
The same wavelength. You know what I'm saying?
Getting this money together.
I think